Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Come in, file your seats. We have much to discuss. We have much to discuss, Pam Bondi. You're fired. What's she gonna be up to next, huh? Huh? What could she possibly have lined up next? And then she gets fired, and then we get another tool put in her place, Todd Blanche. We'll talk about that and a whole bunch more right after this.
Tonight, we're done pretending. Done pretending this is normal. Done pretending this makes sense. Done pretending we're being told the truth. Because we're not. We're being manipulated. Every headline, every crisis, every truth is filtered before it ever reaches you. Not to inform you, but to keep you inside the lines. Because if you ever stepped outside the narrative, even for a second, you'd start to see it. The patterns, the contradictions, the same voices telling you what to think, what to fear, and what to ignore. And it's always the same message, isn't it? You're the problem. You're the burden. You're the reason things are collapsing. Too many people, too much freedom in the United States. Meanwhile, the people writing that script, untouched. They don't fight the wars. They don't feel the shortages. They don't live with the consequences of the systems they created. But they expect you to. And they expect you to not question it. That's the deal. Stay distracted. Stay divided. Stay emotional. But never, ever connect the dots. Because the moment you do, their illusion breaks. And here's what they really don't want you realizing. You are not weak. You are not insignificant. You are not here by accident. You've just been told you are. Over and over and over again. Until you stopped arguing. Because a population that doubts itself never challenges anything. It complies. It consumes. It obeys. But tonight, we're not obeying. We're not accepting surface-level answers. We're not trusting polished narratives. And we're not ignoring what's right in front of us. We're pulling it apart, layer by layer, lie by lie. Because something isn't right. It never has been. And deep down, you already knew it. Welcome to Decoded.
Welcome, everybody, to Decoded. Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad to be back. I hope everybody finds themselves a Thursday night well. Full tummies, nice and safe in your homes tucked in. And boy, have we got some news. Pam Bondi, huh? You're fired, Pam Bondi. Like, I don't know why. She played ball. She played her role. I don't know what she's getting fired about. Huh? Let's go back to the whole Epstein file thing. Let's just pull that old, blow dust on that for a hot second. Oh, yeah, I've got all these files on my desk. Oh, my God, I'm swimming in files. They're all on my desk. All right, well, are we going to get them? Look, we got to go through there, and we got to make sure we don't reharm any victims. We don't want to re-injure them. We got to go through there and get all their names out of there. Okay. And then some time goes by. Then all of a sudden it turns into, there's nothing. Did I say I had files on my desk? I didn't have any files on my desk. Come on, get out of here. I was drunk. I was drinking. I don't know. There was no files on my desk. She ran cover for that whole thing. I mean, all of them. Let's just be honest. Trump, his entire cabinet, a giant disappointment, folks. Just a giant disappointment. One disappointment after another after another. You can go right on down the fucking line. Tulsi Gabbard, get out of here. Where have you been hiding? Old coconut spice. All the things you said you were going to do. Now the latest thing I see on Twitter, she's bringing up Fauci. Like, we're going to go after Fauci for all the harm that he did and the lies. They already did that, Tulsi. They already did that. You don't remember? They brought him in at the oversight committee and waved all their fucking fingers at him. Rand Paul, all the usual suspects, just waving their finger at him. And you don't know. You don't know what you're talking about, sir. I am the science. Yeah, Fauci was the science, remember? Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to fucking happen. It's all lip service. Don't think about the Epstein files anymore. You got World War III to worry about. What files? I'm waiting for people to show up. Waiting for folks to show up before I start showing clips. Because I'm going to start showing the clips right now to keep the show rolling. Then everybody's going to show up. And I'm going to have to re-show them. Right now I'm talking to myself over here. So fires Pam Bondi. Huh? She could have a career in OnlyFans. Uh-huh. Huh? Powerful boss bitch. Huh? There's probably guys out there giving a broads with a far less resume. Huh? Pam Bondi on OnlyFans. Just don't leave any money on her desk. Or maybe you could do that to her. You know what? I got the money. It's on my desk. Huh? You believe me? It's on my desk. I'll give it to you later. I swear it. Let's see what we're working with first. You know, and then, oh my God. And then we go, all right, I'll just get the ball rolling, man, because this is just aggravating. You get rid of her. And you bring in Mr. Blanche here. Here he is, right? First day on the job. Here he is. Ready to go. Let's see what we get into here. He's speaking on, let's see. Yeah, he's obviously at the White House there at a press conference, and he gets asked.
Or is the public going to learn the identities of the men who abused the girls with the information that you're releasing? And if not, why not? And then I have a quick follow-up.
So, okay, just real quick. Just a real quick reiteration. Is the public going to get any more information on this? Are they going to get any more information? He already looks like he's dumbfounded by the question.
You just baked in an assumption into your question that
he's already defensive. You already, hey, whoa, hey. You already baked in an assumption already, pal. Look at the look on his face. Disgusted that a reporter would even bring that up. We thought we were past that. Come on, Americans. I thought you have memories like goldfish. I thought the fluoride and all the spraying was working. I guess not. I guess not.
I have never said, and I don't know to be true, is the public going to learn about men that abuse these girls? Like, what is...
Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And the public going to know men? Men abusing girls? This is the first I've heard of this. What are you talking about right now? Let me get this straight. Men were hurting girls. That's what you're saying?
What does that mean? I mean, I don't understand what that means.
Oh, he doesn't know what it means. Hold on. Let me go back.
What does that mean? I mean, I don't understand what that means. Girls, like, what does that mean? That abuse these men that abuse these girls. Like, what does that mean? I mean, I don't understand what that means.
He doesn't understand what that means. He just said it. Men abusing girls. I can't. My brain. What does that mean? Are you speaking Greek right now? I don't. Hold on. Men abusing girls. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. He's the next attorney general, and he doesn't understand the phrase men abusing girls. He doesn't. He can't fathom. He doesn't know what that means. He has no fucking clue what this guy's talking. He's been living under a rock the last 3 years. He doesn't know what. I don't know. It's my first day. I don't know what you're talking about right now. There were men abusing girls? Where? When? Bullshit. No, stop it. No.
Well, I mean, they're the men who abused the young women through Epstein's.
We said in July.
Okay, see? So now the reporter had just reiterates the same question again. What I mean is the fucking men who abuse the girls. You remember Epstein, Mr. Blanche? Do I have to remind you? Remember Jeffrey Epstein? Huh? The fact that you're playing fucking dumb makes me think your ass is in there. That's what I think. What it sounds like to me, buddy, old pal. What? Epstein? Who? What? Men abusing girls? What? Oh, I don't what does that mean? What? Men abusing girls? What does that mean? You're in it. That's the first thing when I saw this earlier today. As soon as I heard that answer, I was like, he's in it. He's in the files. He's in there. What does that mean? That's like the dumbest go-to fucking answer. Hey, when you got caught in something and you don't know how to answer it, play dumb. I'm a Simpsons guy, so I'll use a lot of Simpson references. When Chief Wiggum busts Fat Tony for the truckload of cigarettes in Bart the Murderer. All right, Fat Tony, we busted you with a truckload of cigarettes. He goes, what's a truck? That's the equivalent to that. That was the equivalent of, what's a truck? I don't know what you're talking about. What does that even mean? What's a truck? I have no idea. I'm the next attorney general. I have no idea about Epstein. This is a thing, Epstein? What? I thought we were done. I thought we were done with all that. No. No, pal, we're not done. Nobody's forgot. And nobody's fucking done. But nice try. Appreciate you trying.
July, and it remains as true today as it was in July. If we had information, we meaning the Department of Justice, about men who abused women, we would prosecute them.
Oh wow! Look, listen. Did you listen to the fumble? We would. But if we had the Department of Justice, that's okay. The Department of Justice. If we had proof of this, we would listen. The Department of Justice. If we knew, we would. We would prosecute anybody who we would. We need to get over this. There's World War III going on right now. Let me rewind that one more time.
We would prosecute them, right?
Prosecute. He couldn't even get the fucking word out. Because the fucking snipers up there have got the fucking crosshairs trained on him. Help me out here. We prosecute. I swear we would. I swear. Don't you get fucking tired of it? Do you get fucking tired of it? I am. I am absolutely up to fucking here. Up to here with it. With the fucking bullshit over and over. So we went from one denier, the blonde bombshell, we went from one fucking denier to this guy who he's like walking on lava. He's hot coals. Hot coals. Hot coals. Hot coals. Woo, woo. It's hot. It's hot coals. Hot coals. Because if you say one fucking word wrong, they're trained on you. They're trained on you. Say it. Say the word prosecute. I fucking double dog dare you. Say prosecute. Say it. Look, hey. Oh, you guys rolling in, just showing up on time. Yo, what are we talking about? All right, so what we got going on right now. Create, Romy, what's up? I'll bring you guys up to speed. Say data center. Say it one more time. No, all right, so we all know Pam Bondi got fired today. And then we bring in Todd Blanche, okay? A bigger asshole than she is. So I was just going through the footage. I'll rewind it just a little bit for you. I'll rewind. I'll do it. You guys just missed it by that much, but since you're here, don't go anywhere. Okay, here we go. So they fire Pam Bondi, and we all remember Pam Bondi, right? Remember, she was swimming in thousands and tens of thousands of files on her desk of the files, and she said she's got fucking lists. She's got photographs of terrible things happening to kids. And then even disgusting things she said she didn't want to say out loud. That was probably like the jerky and shit. And then like 2 weeks later, she was like, hey, there's nothing. Well, you said you had 20,000 files on your desk. What happened? What desk? I don't have a desk. Get the hell out of here. What do you mean desk? And then they just kind of go away until they release them with all the redacteds, right? So she's a fucking liar. So she gets fired today. I don't know for what reason. You're fired. And they bring in Todd Blanche, yes, like tomatoes. So like today's must be his first day on the job because he's got an interview. And I'll do it again.
Just to clarify, is the public going to learn the identities of the men who abused the girls?
Okay, so are we going to get some fucking names is what he's asking. Are we going to get some fucking names off those Epstein emails? Here's his answer.
With the information that you're releasing, and if not, why not? And then I have a quick follow-up.
You just baked in an assumption into your question that I have never said and I don't know to be true. Is the public going to learn about men that abuse these girls? Like, what does that mean? I mean, I don't understand what that means.
He doesn't know what that means. The words in that order, men who abused girls, he doesn't know what that means. He has no fucking clue. Wait, what? Hold on, time out. It sounds like you're speaking Chinese. I'm sorry. Men who are abusing girls. What does that mean, even? As soon as I heard that today, I was like, he's in the list. He's in there. He's in there. Just go ahead and tell us you're in there without telling us you're in there. You don't understand basic fucking English? You're the Attorney General of the United States now. And you don't know what the words men who abused girls, you don't know what that means. It's amazing. Truly amazing. Hold on. But wait, there's more.
Means.
Well, I mean, they're the men who abuse the young women.
There you go. So then he reiterates by saying the same words in the same sequence that he did just a second ago. What I mean, sir, is the men who abused the girls. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Hello. McFly. Hello. Okay, come on. A little bit more. And this is where you guys are caught up right here.
Through Epstein's.
Look, we said in July, and it remains as true today as it was in July. If we had information, we meaning the Department of Justice, about men who abused women, we would prosecute them.
See it right there. We would look. We would the Department of Justice. If we had information, we would yeah. Prosecute. That's the word. Prosecute. I swear we would. Because like we haven't done it already. I mean, we've been running cover for fucking years now of nobody getting in trouble. Nobody's in trouble. And yes, rich men have secrets that are being protected. Are they? Woof. Are they? Like by force. This guy's stumbling around on his words. If we knew anything, we would do stuff maybe. And again, just go ahead and say it. Say the word prosecute. I double dog dare you. Say it. I double dog dare you. Say prosecute. It's all fucking bullshit, man. You get sick of the same fucking stories over. And you get rid of Pam Bondi and you bring this jerk ass in. That's what we're dealing with. This is the evil we're dealing with, folks. But wait, there's more. I just got to make sure I don't have any. Do I got any strikes right now for my behavior? No, my video's still up. Okay. Just making sure my video's still up. I don't, a create was in here and then he bounced. So yeah, that's where we're at there. That's where we're at. But there might be more. Hold on.
Right? We talked about the work that we're doing. That's why I said that. I said this earlier. There's this built-in assumption that somehow there's this hidden tranche of information of men that we know about that we're covering up or that we're choosing not to.
It's like people think that, I don't know, there's some group of guys that did some terrible things that everybody's acting like we know. Like, even though, like, the emails have already been put out and they're all fucking redacted, all blacked out and shit. And this guy, it's like there's a treasure trove. Like, there's a secret treasure of names, like, that we have that we're not releasing. He's, like, saying all the things that are, like, facts, but saying them in a way that it's all, he's gaslighting everybody right now. Yes, right. Exactly. Yeah. What does that even mean? Like, he can mean that one of two ways. Obviously, the most obvious thing is that he's playing dumb. But the other one is that, again, these people it's all of them. Okay, it's literally all of them, and he has become so desensitized to it that when somebody actually says it out loud to him, he's like, what's the problem? What's the matter? Kind of like Biden groping the little girl live on C-SPAN. Like, he has just become so desensitized to it. It's like, yeah, what? I'm groping a 10-year-old on national TV. What's the problem? Is there something wrong? What's the matter? I got a booger in my nose? Is there a booger in my nose? What did I say? What did I do? Like, it's so normal. But obviously, he's blatantly lying. We all can see that. We all know that. We're trying to build a ballroom, and they're bleeding from their eyes, bleeding from their nose, bleeding from their wherever, whatever. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. Yeah. Well, no, we see it. Well, majority of people, I don't think, create, but we see it. Now we just see it through like in an instant. But again, though, this guy's like, I'll use a lot of Simpson references because I love the Simpsons. Chief Wiggum arrests Fat Tony for like a whole truckload of cigarettes that he stole. And he's like, all right, we're arresting you, Tony, for stealing a truckload of cigarettes. And Fat Tony goes, what's a truck? This is what he did is the equivalent of what's a truck. You don't know what man abusing girls, you don't, those words in that order, you don't understand. Like, it's just like, come on, man. And again, I said it before and I'll say it again, folks. We ain't voting our way out of this. We're not voting our way out of this. I know I got a big shit-eating grin on my face, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We are not voting our way out of this. It doesn't fucking matter what color, or it's the donkey or the elephant in office. And I don't give a shit. It's the House of Representatives. It's the fucking Senate. It's the president. It's the judges. It doesn't fucking matter. That draconian fucking grasp is squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. It doesn't matter. It's not stopping. The pressure that's being applied, it doesn't stop. It doesn't fucking matter. I mean, we are going to go along with another election. We're just all going to go along with it. And it's all rigged, and it's all been rigged. Yeah, they've picked their people. Like, we get the illusion, like, oh, we get to choose between two fucking idiots. Awesome. Yeah, they were handpicked. The both of them. Either way, they win. That's what it boils down to. I don't vote. So there, I won't participate in the shenanigans, in the bullshit. Yeah, they're just going to keep lying to our face because we don't do anything about it. No one has ever went to jail over Epstein. No. Tulsi Gabbard, like I've been saying, and I'll keep repeating this drum. Trump and his whole fucking administration, just the biggest disappointment almost ever. All of them did a 180. All of them. Trump, no more wars. Boo! War. I'm going to stop that fucking war in Gaza. No, you didn't. I'm going to stop the war in Ukraine. Didn't do that either. I'm going to release the Epstein files. And I was a huge Tulsi fan too, man. I thought she was going to do something. She ain't done nothing. I saw her on Twitter today. She's fucking talking about she's going to drum up some charges on Fauci. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nothing happening to that man. Nothing. Stop it, Tulsi. They tell you to say that? Was that your lines for today? Because everybody's been wondering where you're at. Hey, Tulsi, you need to make an appearance. Like, seriously. Here, I don't know. They wrote you something here. Go out there and read that. She's reading it. I'm going to... Fauci. Okay, just read your lines, monkey. Okay, yeah, I don't know. He lied under oath. He knew about gain of function. Yeah, we did this already. Stupid. We did this. Rand Paul was at the oversight committee all day. You don't know what you're talking about, sir. I am the science. You don't know. We already did this. Nothing's going to happen to him. Stop. Knock it off. How's your 401k doing these days? I don't know. I don't put into one. They're just going to steal it anyways. Gas prices are getting fucking high. I'm at $4 now. Last week's show, or was it Saturday night show? I had Big Mike in here asking how much is gas by me. At that time, I said $3.78. That was on Saturday. We're at $4 now. And of course, when gas goes up, right, Romy, everything else, whoop, everything else goes up. Because again, nobody pays the tab. The big guys, the big conglomerates, you think they'd stop for 5 minutes and go, you know what? You plebs, you slaves, you guys got it hard. We're bazillionaires. Well, you know what? We're going to cover the cost. We know gas is high because of the war. We're going to take care of you guys. Okay, you Americans are trusted, valued customers. We're going to cover the bill until the war's over and everything levels out. But you don't have to worry about those grocery prices. They're going to stay low. Said nobody ever. These conglomerates, again, are like, gas is what? It's costing how much to get my food transported? No. Raise the prices. Raise them up. Because the plebs, they'll pay it. They'll pay it. Because they don't have a fucking choice. Nobody grows their own food. Nobody has their own livestock to slaughter and cook up. That's my number one. Folks, start gardening. Just start off as a hobby right now. I can't even keep a house plant alive. But I'm going to try this summer. I'm going to plant a couple things because I want to start getting good at growing. Because at some point, we have to wake up and stop participating. We can't do it now because we're too dependent on the system that they've created. Ukraine war over yet? No, it's not. Cali, $8. Jesus. Create. They say bottled water is going to go up to, everything. And did you see the massive stock market trade that happened 15 minutes before Trump's speech? No, I did not. Someone made like 150 million over, and it's a shocker. Real shocker. 429 here still. I hate living in Israel. Hey, how about that? 429. So, Big Mike, you just asked me the other day, right, how much gas was? And I told you it was $3.78, which it was. Today, getting gas for work, it was $4. Anti-war president. Not. Yep, totally not. And never too late to start. I know. Everybody in this chat right now, all 6 of you, including me, if you guys don't already, I bet you Big Mike gardens. He hasn't said, I don't think, but if I had to put money on it, Big Mike is a gardener. He's got like some tomatoes going or something. But yeah, you need to, because again, we're not going to vote our way out of this, and we're not going to fight either. So like people who think like that's the way it's going to happen, it's not. We're not going to go toe to toe with people who have, access to Predator drones and can sick military apparatuses on civilians. So it's not realistic. It's not going to happen. Hey now, Romy. Hey now. Can you eat it? Will it sustain your life? That's a silly question, right? That was dumb. That was a dumb question to me, of course. You're like, of course it's viable. Of course you can eat it. But no, for reals, like we're not going to fight them toe to toe. There's no way. Again, I just think, and I think it's kind of one of those things where the answer's right there. It's right in front of us and nobody wants to see it. The whole country is under a spell. We must depend on the government. No. We'll go back in time about 100 years. Your cell phone, throw it away because it's not going to work. Your lights are going to be shut off. They're going to shut down the power. But if everybody's gardening, and that's really what it boils down to, can you eat? Can you feed your children? That's really what it boils down to. And then you just stop participating. I'm not going to work. I'm not buying gas. I'm not buying groceries. I'm not I'm not voting. I'm not paying my taxes. I'm not paying my mortgage. You could all just go fuck off. Just fuck off and leave us alone. How about that? There's nobody to play the game. Oh, hell no. Roll me. For realsies? I think it's all happening for a reason. So, yeah, I mean, I think that, too, of like, whether Trump's doing it on purpose or not, I mean, those real MAGA people will say that he is. Oh, yeah, you don't get it, dude. Trust him, bro. Trust him. He's playing 12D chess. But whether he's doing it on purpose or inadvertently, I think he's waking up people. Because his base, right? His base has got to be split in half because all the shit he ran on and people voted for him, he's not delivering. So then half of his base is like, wait a minute, I'm waking up from my spell. This is all bullshit? This is all fake and dumb? I get it. Okay, yeah. I'm waking up. It's all bullshit. Doesn't matter who's in there. We are an occupied country. He has a boss. Every one of our presidents had a boss. And it's been made really evident, if you, again, pay attention to all the chronological order of the things that have happened. Every time Bibi comes over here, I tell you what, we're getting into something that he said we wouldn't be. He's doing a 180 on the shit that he ran on every time that fucking slime ball comes over here. This is how we wake up. It's our mission if we choose to accept it. I think we made a deal before we came here. We already accepted it. That's why we're here. It's just when we get here, we forget. It takes time to kind of remember. We forget why we're here. My next project is a complete bathroom gutting and then remodeling the inside of my trailer at our campground. I want to live. Damn it. Let me live. We need to shut off your power 2 days a week so the data center has. Yeah, that's going to happen. Oh, yeah, that too. I forgot about that in terms of the oil. Our utilities go up too. Yeah, I don't know what your guys' light fucking electric bill is, but I'm well over $300 a month in electricity because that goes up too. And again, you think a trillionaire, Duke Energy, TECO, I don't know the other regions of the countries, energy companies, but you think they're going to, don't worry. No, you loyal customers, you guys pay on time every month. We're going to have it covered because we believe this war's going to be over real soon and them gas prices are going to come down. We got you. Nah, we're going to pay because we always pay. Most of those bosses like your girls. Yeah. We can't even get a road fixed, but they could build 10 new data centers a week. Exactly. Solar. You heard that those solar panels are toxic as shit, right? I mean, it's nice to capture the sun's energy and then use that. It's great. But when hail hits and then bitches shatter and that material trickles down into your grass or on you, that shit will kill you. Too bad the solar panels aren't organic. They're highly toxic when they're broken. But I like the energy. I mean, I like the idea. I mean, when you scientifically start working on like the type 1, type 2 civilizations, we're not even there yet. We're not even scratching that. But the next civilization up is harnessing, the sun's energy and using that. But we've got one better, zero point energy, kind of like the ancients, going back to the Anunnaki, if you will. The pyramids that they built all over the planet, they were just using the Earth's electromagnetic field to power everything, like Tesla. Tesla figured it out, and he had to go. Okay? He had to go. So they have this stuff. They're utilizing it. But, you know, they're buddies and oil and all that stuff. Like, we don't need oil. But, you know, the ones in charge say, oh, yeah, we do. We do need oil. Yeah, fuck, we do. Yeah, uh-huh. Look it up, man. Look it up. I'm just playing. But, yeah, when them things shatter and break, highly toxic. Solar flare, CME. CME. Coronal mass ejection. Black hole energy. Black hole at the center of every molecule, 0 point. We have developed propulsion where we push stuff forward, but 0 point in the power of the vacuum. Did you watch that thing? I watched, what's his face? Is it Dr. Alan Greer? I think it's the guy. Was going around for a while saying, oh yeah, we got 0 point. We got 0 point energy. We don't have it. Love it. Yeah, and that's coming out too, Romy. That is coming out very slowly. And again, it was right in front of our faces. Okay. Benfen, ivermectin, zinc, 3-day fasts, stage 4 cancer, gone. It was right there. It was right there. More studies are going to come out if they allow it, but it's kind of on Twitter all over. I'm keeping my eyes open on it though. You got to keep up with it. It could all be BS, but yeah, we reverse engineered from the ships we recovered. That's damn right. Damn Skippy we did. Cancer is $1 trillion business. Absolutely. Are you kidding? There's no money in cures. They don't fucking cure a hangnail. Don't go to the doctors with a hangnail. Your fucking finger will get cut off. Just treat it yourself. Yeah. $1 trillion business. Yep. Which was the whole damn thing. They did the whole ivermectin thing during COV. COV-19. He's eating horse paste. Do you believe that he's taking horse paste? When it was like, yo, the drug that the guy created won a Nobel Prize, a medical Nobel Prize. But you're going to mock it because yes, they figured out you could use it on horses. It wasn't created to be used on horses. It was created to be used on like third world countries who were suffering from parasites very badly. And also the guy who created it in his studies had found out that it actually does a ton of shit, positive things in the human body, not just kill parasites, because it does do that. It helps with your gut health. It helps with your digestion. It's a huge, major anti-inflammatory, like a powerful anti-inflammatory. But nope, it's horse cum. They're taking horse cum. Yeah, get the jab, stupid. Get the jab. It's nonstop. Yeah, that's exactly why. Yeah, because he figured out how to harness, again, the electromagnetic field and create just like power grids where things could just run off like wireless power. Everything. Your house, your fucking, just everything. You don't need to plug in a fucking, or go to gas stations and fill out. Like, we could have powered cars. We could power our houses. He had to go. He had to go. They like to make people look stupid when the system gets called out. Yep. Then they attack your character. Like, exactly. Yeah. All of them. I mean, godly, if you don't go along with the programming, they come at you vicious. Half our cities look like third world countries. We need the horse cum. Yeah, we need lots of horse cum. I want horse cum in every city. He probably wouldn't do that either, because it takes away from big pharma. That's another one of those industries where you're just. Did you hear that too? He threatened to. Trump threatened to bomb Iran back to the Stone Age. And I'm like, great. So they'll go back 50 years. Great job. Let's waste trillions of dollars to send Iran back 50 years in time. Golly. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? But yeah, you guys, you're in the chat now. You guys are active. If Pam Bondi started an OnlyFans, are you guys going to go check it out? That's why I put her on my thumbnail. What is she going to do after DC? But yeah, nothing happens to these people. There's no accountability. It's just over and over. It's the same lines, the same script. And then us little seekers, we're digging and we're digging and we're digging and trying to get to the bottom of stuff. And I can't help but to say that we just got to start participating. Who said something? Create. So that's a good point when it comes to like the technologies that, how our technology has accelerated so fast since, no coincidence, 1947. The second we recovered crashed ships and reverse engineered, our technology has just shot through the roof in almost a harmful way. Like just as a society, well, globally too, because the technology spread globally. Like for human beings in our time frame of evolution was way too much technology, way too fast. It's ruined people. And now we got AI. Big Mike's hates AI. I'm not a big fan either. I like it in some applications, again, because it can be like an assistant. It could help. But it doesn't help humans get smarter. It makes them more reliant, more of a dependent on it instead of actually thinking for themselves. But what do we got here? There's a reason we went to the moon twice and never again for 50 years. Yeah, because they went up there and were told, get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to tell you again. Don't ever show your fucking face here again. And they were like, all right, God, you don't got to yell. And they never went back to the moon. Skinwalker Ranch. Sounds scary. Is it a show or is it like a documentary kind of show? I notice I tend to stay away from like fiction. I don't know. I like books because the language can't be modified after print. Yeah. After they printed it, there it is. There, you can't go in there and change anything. They'll try, though. We got a third edition. We put out a third edition. We took out all the offensive wording and changed the meaning of other words. But no, you're right, though. I'm just kidding. It's a show about weird shit like animal mutilations with Persian, but no blood. That's a real thing. So it is a fiction show, but maybe loosely based on, because they were saying that all the time, like the mutilated cows that farmers were finding in the southwest of the country. Like their cows, like their heads were like precisionally, like surgically removed. No blood. The thing was just clean, free of blood, and a nice clean incisions, head taken right off, and other organs missing. The thing was taken apart by fucking biologists. Goofy stuff going on out there. Goofy stuff. And doesn't necessarily always have to be aliens either. Thinking about, again, where that's happening in the Southwest. What else was going on in the Southwest? Oh, Zorro Ranch and the laboratories out there that, Epstein, he had to save those poor scientists. Because their laboratory out there, the scientists were all going to get fired. Whatever experiments they were working on, that program was getting shut down. The poor guys were going to be out of a job. So Epstein swung in and paid for it all. And then that interview he did with none other than, what's his name? Come on, he went to jail for a little bit over Trump. Steve Bannon. He did an interview with Bannon. Yeah, because them two are like this. Again, Republicans, Democrats, doesn't fucking matter. Get out of here with that bullshit. Get right on out of here. They were all hanging with this dude. So anyways, I digress. In that interview, Epstein's telling him about the experiments that are going on there. And he's straight up saying, oh yeah, they're the experiments they're conducting are strange things, he calls it. Strange things. They're into studying strange things. Your typical stuff that can be measured and recorded and data logged, like in normal laboratory environments, they're not doing shit like that. They're doing some other shit. Really? Like? Want to elaborate? Just strange things. Probably be MK Ultra things. Abusing children, again, to vacate their soul and put a demon in there, kind of things. Trying to actually invoke literal demons, have them materialize, those kinds of strange things like that. And then who knows what the fuck they're doing with the cows. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those stories that we're hearing about, that we've heard about before in the past. What is it? What could it be? Chupacabra? Really clean wolves and coyotes? Or aliens? Again, maybe it's not aliens. Maybe it's just fucking scientists into goofy ass shit. But I don't know why they would take the carcass and then just leave it in a field for somebody to find. That seems silly. If they had that cow in a laboratory and they're like hacking it up and doing a nice clean job, I don't know, chop it up and throw it in the garbage, incinerate it or something. Aliens, on the other hand, would be like, what do we do with the carcass? I don't just throw it out. Eject it right out of the ship. Let them clean it up. Let them deal with it. They'll never figure us out anyways. What are we seeing? Like the elite class, people that study John D. and Mary Tudor, ripping portals, open to speak to demons. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what kind of shit they were doing. That's the stuff they were into. And again, I can't but help but connect dots that, yeah, there's aliens involved here, man. Even with that. Because again, you talk about the Rockefellers, and I learned this from Alex. You can look this up too. They've written books like bragging. Again, they're humorous. They seriously think they descended from star people. Because they do. They think they're some kind of like blue bloods. Again, Anunnaki who come down. And they hybrided us. And they're just like saying, oh yeah, I'm a hybrid. Well, so are all of us, asshole. But do you think you get to rule and the rest of us are just slaves? Shit, Big Mike, I did not. Let's see. Supposedly John D. summoned a demon and they asked for help ruling the world. And the demon said, sure, but in return, I need blood. I could see that. You know, like Aleister Crowley. And then when he was in the Golden Dawn, they were fucking with a book called the Goetia. Look that shit up one time. As soon as I graduated high school, like the next 3 years, I found this book. I didn't find it. It was given to me. And then I lost the book, and then I went and found it again and then bought it. The Goetia. It's like the Lesser Keys of Solomon. That's what it's about. Summoning demons. So wouldn't be shocked. But that's what Aleister Crowley was doing. All agenda, no aliens. I know, Mike. I you know what? I'm gonna take some time to watch it. It's hard for me to, like, my time management. It's poor right now because I'm doing all these damn things. Maybe I'll do like a watch. I'll do a show where I just sit here and watch the video because I'd like to see it. We were apes, and all of a sudden we were brilliant. Yeah. Again, that's, you know, you could look at it one of two ways, all right? Because you got like religious people who are creationists. Like, we were created, we were fashioned. So that would be why there's no skeletons, that they can't find the missing link. Because God fashioned us in his image, and boom, here we are. Or you got the Sumerian tablets and the Enuma Elish, talking about the species of aliens that came here from Nibiru. We were just Homo erectus, Neanderthal, and they were like, well, we need slaves, so we're going to fuse our DNA with theirs. And they said it in their book, too, in the tablets. We're going to make them in our image. And just smart enough to, again, work a bing, 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 bing. Just smart enough to mine gold. Because that's what they were here for to begin with, gold. They didn't come here to play gods. They didn't come here to... That's just kind of happened while they were here. They came here for gold. Because they would break the gold down into powder and then refine it and then spray it in their skies on their planet to protect them from... Because their atmosphere was dwindling. And then you think, why do we put such high regard in gold? Why is gold so revered? I mean, now, current day, it is because they use it in computer chips and all that kind of shit. But before computers was a thing, why was there such a high demand of gold? Who gives a fuck? You can't eat it. Where's all our gold in Fort Knox? Where did it go? It's all gone. Where did it go? Did they give it to somebody? Were the Anunnaki like, oh, yeah, we need that next shipment of gold. Where's it at? Yeah, it's right back here. Because that was another thing Trump said. I'm going to walk right in there and show you all the gold. And they were like, sir, there is none. It's all gone. Okay, for fucking, I hope they don't bring it up. Don't ever bring it up again, because I'm not going in there. That dude that was transporting Annabelle just died. Heart problems. Really? Oh, that's right. The Mayan calendar. That video you showed me. That's a long one. It's going to be a long watch party. Okay. I'll do a watch party for both those videos. It's going to be a long night. And also Secrets in Plain Sight. I want to say that I've seen this because the name just sounds so familiar. You know what I'll do? I'll find it. I'll review it and I'll see if I saw it or not. If I didn't, I'm going to sit there and watch it. Aliens, I believe. I lean that way. That's just me. That's my opinion. Just doesn't make sense. Like all the demons that we're talking about, like in biblical and scripture and all that, the demons and all this shit, that's all, it's aliens. The whole story of like the sons of God mated with the daughters of men in the Old Testament. That happened in the tablets. The Agigi fucking came down, found earthlings, mated with them, and gave birth to giants. That was what happened. And then Enlil, who happens to be Yahweh, if you're connecting dots. And again, I'm going to spurg out on you guys about the Sumerian tablets because I told you I'm a freakazoid about it. Anyways, Enlil is Yahweh, the Old Testament God, which you could say is Israelis, the Israelites, those are his people. And he is the Most High. Of the Anunnaki who came here, he was the highest in command. He was in charge of everybody and all the operations. Okay? And he would go from Nibiru back and forth a lot. Well, one time when he came back and he saw there were giants on the earth, he immediately knew what happened. He was like, you motherfuckers have been mating with the human women. You mother... And he was fucking pissed. He was pissed. And the timing of it was really close to when Nibiru was coming back through our solar system. And it came really close to the planet. And what had happened is it disrupted our fucking poles and created this great big flood. And he knew that's what was going to happen. He said, fuck it. Let them all die. Let them all die. We shouldn't have been playing God anyways. And you assholes kept mingling with these little humanoids that we made. Nope, just let them all die. And then Enki, his brother, that's when he spoke to Noah through the reeds because he didn't want him to see him, because the Anunnaki like to not be seen. They don't deal with the public. But he told him through reeds, or it was through a dream. That's it. Sorry. Through a dream. Like, hey, you're going to build a boat. Then we're going to collect little vials of all the DNA of all the creatures because everything's going to die. And don't worry, we're going to put them in coolers and stick them in your boat, and you're going to survive the flood. Because he cared about the humans that he made, because Enki was actually responsible for doing the work and fashioning the humans, slaves. So he had a connection with them. That's the whole story of Adam and Eve, too. That's another thing. And Lil fucking did not like the humans. Enki cared for us a little bit. Not much more, okay? They treated us as we were completely indispensable, completely. But he just cared just a smidge more because we were his creation. And he gets the serpent and Satan part in the story because he is Satan. Because the tree of life in the Garden of Eden, the rule was the first two humans that they fashioned, they called Adam, and the woman was actually called Tiamat. Well, anyways, they're in this garden and they were never going to work. All the other humans that they made were going to work, but these very first two that they made weren't going to work. And they were going to stay in the Garden of Eden. And Enlil, that was on his property, his portion, because they portioned out the earth for each one of them to rule a certain area. But Enlil, being the Most High, he had the Garden of Eden, and they were like his little pets. But again, he would frequent Nibiru and come back and forth. And again, when he came back, because they were naked, out there eating fruits and and living a very simple life, but they were naked. And when he came back and he saw that they had clothes on, he freaked the fuck out because he knew, who the fuck has been talking to you guys? You guys aren't supposed to learn shit. You're supposed to just keep you just ignorant and just enjoy your little existence. Why are you wearing clothes? He freaked the fuck out, threw him out of Eden. It was a whole damn thing. And again, when you read the tablets, you're like, dude, this is the Old Testament, buddy. This is all right here. This is crazy. It's nuts. But anyways, Enki was the one, while Enlil was away, Enki went to the garden and showed him, like, you know what? You guys can't live like this. You guys need to know how to garden. You guys need to know how to build yourself a house. You need to know how to tame animals and how to prepare animals to eat them and all these things. And so, but Enlil didn't want that for us, but Enki showed him while he was away. And when he came back, he was pissed, and the brothers are fighting over and over, and it's a whole damn thing. Which is kind of weird because The Simpsons, right? We all know that The Simpsons are totally tuned in to all this forbidden knowledge. In one of The Simpsons Halloween specials, they actually touch on this. And I'm sure they did it on purpose. So it's the episode where Lisa's doing this. It's in the Halloween special. It's Lisa's doing a science experiment. She had a tooth fall out, and she puts it in a bowl of soda. And she just lets it sit in there and decay, and it got all fungusy and then started to grow life. And so when she looked at it under a microscope, she saw like little humans, like they were little cavemen. And she was like, oh my God, I created life. Holy crap. She goes to bed, and when she wakes up in the morning, they're like in the Middle Ages. Somebody was hammering a note on a door, and she goes, oh my God, I created Lutherans. She goes to bed again, comes back. They're in the fucking future. It's futuristic. They got so far in advance that they shrunk her down and brought her down into the bowl with them. And when she was talking with them, and they were like, oh my God, they were worshiping her because they knew that they gave her life, and they taught them, by them listening to her talk, they learned how to speak English. And well, anyways, Bart shows up, and they're like, oh my God, the devil. And she goes, no, that's not the devil. That's just my brother. And the guy goes, the devil is your brother? Like, Sumerian tablets. They're everywhere. I'm sorry, I went on a little rant there. Secrets in Plain Sight is like 6 hours. Oh my God. That'll be a series. Mayan calendar is like 3 hours. I saw that. So when I looked it up that night, I was like, damn, that's 3 hours. We have physical entities as well as multidimensional entities. Yep. Like the archons. And yeah, we're losing on both front. Yeah. Manipulated on both fronts. Yep. I wonder when 3006. So we're a bit a ways. We're a long ways away, actually, from when 3,600 years comes back. Because we're in, if you think about like zero, starting at zero, that's probably really close to the last passing. So we're in 2026 now. So probably around 3,600, it'll be back. People confuse sons of God with angels in the Bible. The context matters. So who were the sons of God? Or as they would call it as well. I know another wording is men of renown. That's another term that they'll use for those guys, the sons of God. So who was it? Just normal people? Like me and you? Like we're brothers in Christ? We're sons of God? Then how the fuck would we give birth to 36-foot tall giants, Big Mike? How? How does that happen? We use like 9% of our brain. Imagine. Yeah, buddy. But they fashioned us and did that on purpose. Sons of God are just men. But again, then how did we give birth to the giants? Then. Was that an exaggeration? I don't know. Do that David and Goliath story. He fucking fought a damn giant. It wasn't like me versus Shaquille O'Neal. And they're like, he killed the giant. I mean, David Quayle said that they've unearthed, and he's on his website, he had it, a human femur that was like 14 feet tall. And then when you extrapolate that skeleton, that's like 36-foot tall motherfucker. Were they exaggerating? Were they being poetic a little bit about giants? I'm open-minded, man. I want to hear it. I just, again, when I think giants, I think motherfucking giants. Especially when, again, and the Sumerian tablets and their art depictions, they fucking show humans like us knee-high to these, standing next to these motherfuckers, knee-high. And I know, again, with art and the kings, they always wanted to make themselves big because they're the king, so they need to be big. But I think there's some very just literal shit. It's just very literal. They really don't know what day it is. In 1582, Pope Gregory put everything on a Gregorian calendar. Yes, right. That's very true. Yeah, they fucked up the whole timeline. That's true. So then I don't know exactly when 3,600 years would come, because we don't even have an accurate time of that. Well, like some people say, Alex Jones had somebody on his show that said from the southern hemisphere with a telescope you could see Nibiru. Just saying. Poor women delivering giants. That was very painful. Supposedly we found a 36-footer. Yeah, that's what I was saying. God damn it, Stephen Quayle. Stephen Quayle was a part of some of these digs. And yeah, they didn't find the whole skeleton, but they found a femur. Or did they find the whole skeleton? I think they might have found most of the skeleton, but he was speaking on the femur. It was like 12 or 14 feet long, which again, you extrapolate that, that's a 36-foot tall bastard. It just says giants were in those times. They would have been like 11-foot tall. And hungry enough to eat humans, because there's that as well. You know, they weren't happy, fun giants. Hey, gentle giant. Hey, you want to help us move this? We're moving a couple of people. You want to come help us move? You're a big sumbitch. Like they were eating people because they ate all the food. And once they ran out of food, then they started eating people. Dinosaurs were huge. The chicken was the T-Rex, so could definitely have been giants. You know, that's you know what we're here trying to figure this out. You gotta watch the dinosaur video. It all stems from their theory of evolution. I'm not a big, you know what happened to Darwin? Darwin was a piece of crap. He turned out to be a real piece of shit. So he was also a eugenics guy. Survival of the fittest and all his things that he came up with in evolution. Do you know that he incestually ruined their whole fucking bloodline, their whole family, because his theory of evolution kind of started to morph his brain and make him think that if he just kept having incestual children, like they were just going to be the perfect specimen. So his science, what he understood of biology and DNA and genetics, he was dead ass wrong, because as their bloodline kept going, they were just more and more fucked up and mutated and disgusting. And now there's no more Darwins. It's kind of what's happening with the blue bloods now. All the royalty and all that stuff, and them just keep incestually. They're going to reproduce themselves right out of existence, which can't happen soon enough. What? They were crazy and eating people, yes. I want to see what's under the Pyramid of Giza. The Halls of Amenti. Did you see those? They shot sound waves down there. And it's 4 giant spiral columns going down to a giant cube-shaped room. Huge. Halls of Amenti. The well-known, spoken about bunch of times, Halls of Amenti. And they said they found him. I'm sure they would. If you think about like how long Earth has been here and out there in the desert, how frequently the sands shift. Can you imagine what's underneath all that sand? I mean, hell, when they discovered the Sphinx in the 1800s, the thing was fucking buried up to its fucking chin. They had to clear all that shit out to see what the hell it was. And then they kind of just like hit limestone. They were like, yeah, we'll stop right here. But can you imagine what's across that whole desert? I couldn't imagine. I just think one wrong button push and nobody would ever know we were here. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I also have a theory that nukes aren't going to even ever be a thing. I know they threaten us all the time. Nuclear war. Oh, God, watch out. It's never going to happen. But they'll threaten it a whole bunch. But it won't happen. In 2010 on C-SPAN, I watched, oh God, it was like 12 or 15 retired, highly highly ranked Air Force guys. And these were old men at this conference. They like to keep it in the family, if you know what I mean. Yes, sir. All right, so look, 2010, I'm watching C-SPAN. They got these fucking high-ranking retired Air Force guys. And again, they're all really old. So they're like, you know what? If they kill me, I don't care. The people need to know this shit. And the stories were like this. They all got to speak, all 12 of them. This thing was like 4 hours long. YouTube did have it for a while, but I can't find it. Because there's even times where I'm like, ooh, I want to rewatch this, but I can't find it now. But here's what they say. And they all had the same story. And they were all over the world. So they got to go and they need to turn on and calibrate our nuclear weapon systems. So they're underground. The missiles are underground, and so are those little, I almost called them offices, the little rooms where they go in there and turn on the systems. And then it's a panel. It's a panel board with all these red lights. And then when you turn on the systems and they go online, one by one, as the system's booting, the lights turn green one by one. So the lights will go. And all you're doing is turning the systems on and making sure that they're working. Targeting systems work. The systems are online, so you could put in the target information. Just basic shit like that. So when the shit goes down, they'll be ready. You don't want to go, oh my God, our boards are down. So they would have to calibrate these systems quite regularly. Anyways, every time that they do this, every time that they have to do it, these guys, they're underground. And they'll get a radio call. Sir, they're back. Fucking A, they're back. Okay. They go up there and there's a UFO just hovering. Just 200 yards away. They're like, it's right there. Sir, what do we do? We'll keep calibrating the fucking system. Don't stop now. But I'm just going to stay here and watch it. And they're watching it. And as the system starts to get further down, it's doing its warm-up. This fucking ship goes right over top of where the rocket is. It shines a beam of light and then darts off. Boom, gone. And they're like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck? What the fuck? That thing shined a light right on our fucking warhead. It knew right where it was. So they got to shut down the system, unearth the fucking rocket, take it to the damn warehouse, and look inside, and the uranium's gone. Just gone. It's like taking the venom right out of a snake. And they all had the same story. It happened in France. It happened in the United States, all over the United States. It happened in Canada. It happened and everywhere we got our fucking nukes. This happened at. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't think if they are watching us and they're not letting us play with fire. I mean, would you let your kids play with matches? No. If you've seen your 5-year-old kid run around with a matchbook, you're going to give me that. I'm going to burn this whole damn house down. Nuts. Where'd you even get these matches? They probably would be looking at us like that, like we're little kids playing with fucking matches. Now they'll let us do kinetic wars and wipe each other out, but nukes, I don't think will ever be a fucking thing. Ever. From no country. They're not just watching us, they're watching everybody. Bones were never found anywhere until evolution took off. Then you can only dig up in specific sites. Everything at the museum has just been fabricated. Yeah. I think that much I knew. When you go to I don't know, the Field Museum in Chicago or something, they do have a dinosaur bones. Those are fake bones. That's not the real damn dinosaur bones. So Owen Benjamin was right, Big Mike? Dinosaurs were never a thing? What about those old, ancient cave drawings where there's, brontosauruses with humans riding them? Because I've heard that kind of theory, too, when they say, oh, no, dinosaurs and humans are separated by 65 million years. And they're like, oh, yeah, then what's this cave drawing right here? There's a human literally riding a brontosaurus. Not a brontosaurus. That's the one with the big neck. The big round one. It's short. It's round, but it has the spikes. on its back. But I have heard Owen Benjamin say there were no fucking dinosaurs. Yeah, we're being quarantined. I had that theory going too because of us being hybrids. They're like, yeah, we're not fucking with. You can't fuck with them. They're just gonna have to reproduce again until that draconian blood is out of them. Because humans do have reptilian brains. And they gave us their reptilian brains. I need that camera they used to film the nukes. Fucking indestructible, right? Right? Were they filming that far away? Because those images are pretty close. I've seen all those pictures of the test nukes that they did. Which that's another kind of famous story too. At the nuclear testing sites, UFOs showed up afterwards. So they say, allegedly. Stegosaurus. Thank you, Create. Again, dinosaurs wasn't kind of my thing. I was never really, I don't know their names. I only know Brontosaurus because of Fred Flintstone. Okay, the Brontosaurus burgers. As a kid, I was like, damn, I would love to try a Brontosaurus burger. And now as a 48-year-old man, that big-ass rack of ribs that tips over his car, delicious. I mean, I'm not religious. Religious fanatics believe that God created all the heavens and the earth in 7 days. That is their faith. Absolutely. And the whole thing is I'll never mock any religion because we don't know. And that's what makes religion kind of so powerful is that the faith. You got faith that's what it, that's the deal. What was they put in the scripture? That's what it is. And I don't know. I'm not going to know until I'm dead. When I'm dead, then I'll know. And go, damn it. I had it all fucking wrong. If that's what it is, I don't know. But again, I think the whole part of being a seeker is you have to be open-minded. You can't just think it's the one thing and then that's it. I don't want to hear anything else. It's this thing. You can't be like that. You could have very strong beliefs towards something like me with the damn aliens. But I'm not going to not listen to somebody else and be like, no, that's bullshit. Nope, it's aliens. Nope. I don't know. I don't flipping know. All I know is something's going on. Something stinks around here, and I don't like it. But I do kind of easily correlate demons and fallen angels and all these types of things. I think there's just a connection there. We know our Earth is 4.5 billion years old. Unless you're religious, then it's only 5,000 years. Well, civilization, when they actually started counting. To be fair, I don't think the Bible says that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. They just are God created this. They didn't say how long. Next thing you know, there's a civilization after, with Adam and Eve, and then civilization just takes off from there. And then again, whoever was in power in the Vatican or who was ever in power in Judaism, they came up with the numbers, guesstimating, and because the whole timeline that we're on, because that is about status quo. Even science tries to feed us that. 5,000 years. Bullshit, you're way off. 5,000. Them fucking pyramids are 100,000 years old. Easily. Probably more. But, okay. You want to tell us it's 5,000 years? I think you need a story to tell the plebs. You can't tell the plebs the world is 5 billion years old. You have to give them a bedtime story and scare them into believing apps. That's what it is. I mean, it's a great control apparatus. That's growing up Catholic. Yeah, you scare the living shit out of them. Eternity? I'm going to burn in hell instead of being in a paradise? That's a great motivator. But what you can't mock with Christianity, and I'll say this and I'll repeat it ad nauseum, the message. Not bad. I can't say it's bad stuff, right? Don't kill. Don't steal. Don't fuck your neighbor's wife. Don't yearn after your neighbor's stuff. Good stuff. Good rules to live by. You know, I can't say that about all the religions. Some other religions are like, yeah, if they don't believe what you believe, kill them. Like, whoa, what? Wait, what? What? You want me to do what? If they don't, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But that's your God telling you to do that. You're going to fucking disobey your God? Look, I'm very sorry. I apologize in advance. But you have to go. You know, that's, you know. And that contradicts the other religion. So then we're divided. So it's very divisive. No, the Bible says it started with God. 7 days, then Adam and Eve, and it's been roughly 5,000 years. The Bible would put the world around 1,000 years. Or 3,000, sorry. Around 3,000. Why? Because we're 2,000 now after Christ. And then BC was only 1,000? What they counted? Come on! You know how they did it? They counted the lifespan of all the dudes in the Bible. Well, they did, right? They did say, you know, and I can't name the guy, but this person, he lived to 900 years old. Abraham lived to 900. Like, whoa, 900. I don't know if I'd want to be on this motherfucker 900 years. There's a lot of truth and great teachings in religion for sure. And they took a lot of spiritual teachings and weaved it into their own stories. Absolutely. Yeah, that's kind of been the way. You know, whoever goes around conquering, you could do one of two things. You could either burn all their history and tell them what their history is, or you can, you can keep your history. You can keep it. We're just going to make little edits in here, okay? We're just going to do little editing. And then there you go. That's the new story. What do you say? What do you know? What do you say? Uh-oh. What do ramen and women have in common? They both taste better when you slurp. Oh! I don't eat ramen. Don't eat ramen. Romy, don't eat ramen. You could definitely slurp women, but don't eat ramen. We don't know what's in that shit. They're 25 cents a cup. I would say not safe to eat. Secrets in Plain Sight is so crazy. Just wait till you give that a watch. All the facts, the numbers, and the teachings build into architecture. Boy, oh boy, architecture. That's a fun subject, because you're right. There is something. Slurp, slurp. There is something to architecture. It's all like symbolic. Symbols. It's all very symbolic. It all means something. It used to. Which is why I have a huge gripe with today's modern architecture. It sucks. It's oppressive is what it is. Like the buildings back in the day, the old McDonald's, they used to have so much character. You knew that was a fucking McDonald's from 2 miles away. Now everything looks like a fucking furnace they're about to throw you in. Just square, modern, oppressive, disgusting. Every building, they all look the same. Could be a fucking mattress firm. It could be a McDonald's. It could be a Starbucks. They all look like the same oppressive shit. Like it does, what it does to the human psyche. It's a very subconscious thing that they do with the architecture. Again, when you look at the old 80s McDonald's, man, that would fire off the creative half of your brain. Be firing off on all cylinders. Big arches and all the colors and the designs of the building were so unique. And then the playground and oh my God. No. Now you get like some processing center. Again, before you get on the the train to the concentration camps. That's what the fucking McDonald's is look like now. But all the buildings look like that. Again, like a mattress firm, Chipotle, it doesn't matter. They all look the same. And it doesn't excite the creative side of your brain. It doesn't do anything for it. And that's by design. They built the teachings of number in the buildings. The Washington monuments. Oh, God. All the architecture in D.C. Dude, the street layouts even. Come on. The Washington Monument is 555 feet, which is 6,660 inches. Yeah. Well, again, and their streets, you know, if you take an aerial shot of D.C., it's the fucking compass in the square. And who do the Freemasons, who's their guy? Huh? The bearer of light. That's who. Is it he who bears the light? Doubted not. Lucifer. That's their guy. Because you would think, right? That's kind of, I'll get right back to you, Mike, because that's one of the things too that tripped me up. Oh God, the founding fathers had to flee, you know, because they weren't allowed to practice their religion. Catholicism was the ruling religion. And you say the country was founded as a Christian country? It was founded by Christians? That you could practice Catholicism wherever you wanted in the world back then. You know who you probably couldn't? Satan. Just throwing it out there. Just saying. I remember a year or so ago they came out with microwavable ramen. And people were like, what the fuck have I been doing all these years? Ew. Yep, that's all in there. Lucifer is just Venus, the light which rivaled the sun. I heard Saturn, too. They said back in ancient times, Saturn would be like, it was almost like another sun. Venus is bright in our current night skies. When the light hits it just right, Venus will be bright up there at night. But Saturn, I heard. Saturn is ball. Saturn's all the bad things. Saturn takes many names. Vulcan. I mean, it rules, again, it could go back to astrology. It rules Capricorn. Who's Capricorn? Oh, Baphomet? Yeah, the goat. Yeah, we know. Like Saturn, I'm telling you. Woo. And then the Simpsons as well. Go back to the Simpsons. Where were Kudos and Kang? Where did they come from? They wouldn't tell you. Just a nearby ringed planet. They were from a nearby ringed planet. Okay. Vulcan. Volcanus, the volcano god. Krakatoa. Thirsty. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody? You know, I never stop for a moment to ask how you guys are doing. What an asshole. I'm just up here like a monkey doing my dance for entertaining everybody. How are you guys doing? You guys doing well, I hope? I try to do my salutations at the beginning of the show because I mean it. I hope everybody's home. I hope they're safe. I hope they have food in their tummies. I hope they're healthy and feeling well and their loved ones are. But, you know, you guys have been sticking around here. There's an hour and a half. How you guys doing? You guys doing all right? I hope you guys are doing all right. Because that shit matters. Okay? There's one thing this government has well looked over. It's mental health. Mental health's a very important thing, man. It's not a joke. It's important that people are, you know, feel right in their bodies and in their skin. Yeah, Christopher. I was hoping he was going to show up. He said he would be here tonight. I said it 5,000 times before we got off the show last night that I was going live tonight. He's like, I'll be there. Christopher. Chris. Create, doing pretty good. Tired. Ready to call it an early night. How are you doing? Food in the fridge. Yeah, food in the fridge. Kids are fed. Kids are doing good. Kids are, start their spring break actually today. Today was their last day of school. They have no school tomorrow and then no school all next week. So pretty good, man. We're doing pretty good. I'm working my ass off as always. I kind of need to slow down a little bit, I think. I'm pushing myself. I got Bear Show, 2 of them a week. I want to do like this kind of format twice a week, Thursday night and then Loud Horsing Off Saturday. I want to stream video games. Okay, but then you guys know there's a pre-recorded. So I own a record label, 10th House Records, because I write music and then produce the music and then distribute the music. And one of the radio shows that it took some of our songs had asked me and my drummer if we wanted to do a radio show on his internet radio show. So we agreed to do that. So we have a radio show that we're basically just guest DJs for an hour, 10th House Records Music Hour. And I have to say we've done it 2 weeks. The first weekend we did it, 908,000 listeners worldwide. 908,000. Then this last Friday was 800,000. He's got anywhere between 4.5 to 18 million listeners worldwide on his radio station. It's crazy. Well, anyways, I do that. Then I work a damn regular job where I must work 45, 50 hours a week. Then I own my own business doing the same thing I do for the company I work for, just on the side as a subcontractor for other companies. I make big money. I make bigger money doing that. I do that on Mondays. I'm spreading myself real thin. Because you know why? Because I don't want to do what I do anymore. I want to do this. So I'm awfully fucking busy. But I'm good. I'm in good mental health. I get my rest when I need it. So thank you for asking. Been eating sour. Nice. I love sour candies. Love it. Bondi was fired, and that makes me happy inside. But I want to see some big news, like a Trump BB hot mic. I mean, that would be cool. But I think we've seen enough. I think we got the message. We've seen enough. No hot mic needed. You just very lightly read between the lines. You're like, oh yeah, Trump's compromised. Got it. And it's BB who's fucking got him by the balls. Damn it, I meant Chris. I know what you meant, though. Ooh, you have to buy your wife a new car? That's always good, though. I do play. Oh, my God, Big Mike. Do you sing? Tell me you fucking sing. You son of a biscuit, you. You beautiful fucking man. You tell me you're a singer. Are you serious? Yeah, I write all the music so we have 4 bands on our label. I write music for 4 bands. I play guitar, I do bass, I track all the instruments. My drummer, Brian, lives in Chicago. He's got his interface and his drum set mic'd up beautifully. He listens to my song and then he plays along with it, records, sends the drum tracks to me. And then I mix and master everything down. I only sing in one of the bands. We have singers for the other bands. However, I am always looking for a fucking singer, especially for one of the bands we're in, because it's a pretty hardcore punk band. I need a singer, but we could do anything like metal, because I love metal. You know what? I'll have to send you some music sometime. And then we take all the music and then distribute it with DistroKid. So we're on YouTube, we're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, we're on, you fucking name it, we're there. Deezer, every Pandora, every fucking streaming website our bands are on. Look up Thorns Like Us. I'll tell you to check that out. I think that's probably my favorite band from our label. Thorns Like Us. Yeah, Faith No More was awesome. I need to get my YouTube channel going. I do harmonic overtoning, and I need to do something with that. You guys, I have to tell you, take it from me. Listen to me, right? Stop waiting. Stop finding excuses. The things that you guys want to do, like creatively, fucking please. Do them. Do them. Don't wait no more. No more. The time is now. And I'm only saying this because I lit my own fire under my ass like last year. Because I built this computer and I had all the components ready to go. And it took me 3 years to grow a pair of balls. 3 years where I'm like, not this week. What if people don't like me? What if I'm fucking retarded and I just don't know it? What if this? What if... Enough. I don't know what came over me, but something washed over me where I was like, no more. Like, I'm going to do the music. I'm going to write music. We're going to distribute it. It's going to be great. Now I'm going to do podcasts. Now I'm going to do this. And because I wanted to always do these things, but I would keep making excuses to not do it. Big Mike, you let me know. I'll send you songs, man. The only thing you're going to need, though, you're going to need to track your own vocals and then send me the vocals. And then I drop them in the mix it, master it, and then bam. Then your music, your lovely voice is going to be all over the world. And with DistroKid, I've got like $200 in my bank with DistroKid. That's how much money I've made in the last year with the music that's being streamed. $200 in a year. I think you could call me a professional musician now. I haven't collected the bank. I haven't emptied the bank. It's still sitting in their little bank. But create, same thing with you, man. YouTube channel, yeah, get that thing going, man. I think you got some subs. I think I stalked you one time. And you have some videos on there that got some fucking views on it. Got to do it. You know, I know you're getting your stuff together. And like I said, you come on this show, baby, anytime you want, dude. But I know you're getting all that stuff together, which is great. But keep working towards that. Keep doing that. Don't let it out of your sights. Keep that shit out the crosshairs on the prize. Hell yeah, I think, dude. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yeah. And then the bands that you mentioned earlier. Right here. Oh, here we go. You love STP, Faith No More. I like Faith No More. I did like STP too back in the day. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And yeah, if it's something you want to do, I mean, you got to do it. You got to do it. Again, we all have life contracts that we need to uphold. I don't need a whole room. I'll start in the corner. That's a good place to start. In the corner, wherever you could get yourself just a little space, it's all you need. Look at Real Simple, like I told the Wedge for the Bear Show. Because he was like, when I said, hey, man, you want to do a Bear Show? Because I totally want to do a Bear Show. He's like, fuck yeah, what do I need? Real simple. Laptop, microphone, headphones, green screen. That's it. Keep it real simple. You don't need a big tower, beautiful computer, all these damn lights. I just want to get the ball rolling. And little by little, he's kind of pieced it together. Because he got a proper camera instead of using a laptop. He got proper lighting. Because lighting does help on the quality of how good you look on the screen. You know, it's just little by little, but getting out there and getting out here into space and sharing the shit that you've learned. That's kind of just basically really what this show is. Yeah, I've looked into some really weird topic shit, and here's what I found. Is it bad? Yeah, it's bad stuff. The government's corrupt as fuck, and it's all an illusion. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but kind of like the universe or God talking to me, being like, well, since you did the work and found out this stuff, you are now obligated to tell everybody else now. Now that's your job. You can't just find that stuff out and just go, I'm going to just keep it to myself. I felt obligated. Oh, thorns like us. Here, there we go. We're everywhere. Again, we're on YouTube. Because it's a topics page. You might have to put in Thorns Like Us topic. Because DistroKid will just automatically make you a YouTube channel. Put your shit there. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Pandora, all the damn things. The main band I listen to now that I'm old is Blackberry Smoke. Romy, all right, brother. Good night. So I got a green screen around here somewhere. Hell, even if you had any kind of sheet, you can custom make the chroma key whatever color of what you have. Say you have a white. Say you got a white bed sheet, and you could hang up the white bed sheet behind you. You can make the chroma key white, and then it'll act just like this. I'm hitting the sack, bro. All right, Create, man. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Hit the like button, guys, before you leave. Hit the like button. I just click on it. Song again? Song again? What were you saying there, Big Mike? Or did you already click on it? Is that what you're saying? Oh, what's the song named again? Shit, I don't know. We got like 30 songs. The band is Thorns Like Us. I would play something on the show, but I'm pretty sure I would get copyright striked. Because the songs are owned by 10th House Records. They're not owned by Ezra. Even though I own 10th House Records. But yeah, Thorns Like Us. Oh, here it is. Thorns Like Us. You find us on, and I would say start at the beginning. If you like punk, it's pretty heavy punk rock. But I love it. Thorns is probably my favorite band. We have New Day Life. New Day Life is great. That's more like indie rock, where it can be a little bit more slower paced. Because I love indie rock a lot. Where we have Nicodemus, which is more like a synth wave, I guess you would call it, like Euro 80s shit. And then what's the other one? What do we got? Oh, Bearing Beth. Yeah, Bearing Beth, where we have, it's a bit older stuff. We have two very talented female vocalists in that band. Again, me and Brian write all the music. We send it to the girls, and they do a good job. Yo, Wedge. Love music and comedy, so that's the kind of show I would love to create. It's a great mix. Comedy and music, come on, man. Everybody loves both of those things. Wedge, what are you doing? Have you been here the whole time? Or are you just bopping in now? I'm just about to sign off. You miss Create. Create's out of here. Romy's out of here. He was hanging out for a while. I was just telling Mike where to find my music, and then we were probably going to say goodnight. Did you just get in here, Wedge? Just logged in, he said. I'm into R&B, new wave, metal, everything. Okay, yeah, you got music tastes like me. Except country. I've tried. I've really tried. Okay, I lived in Florida for 5 years. I thought If there was going to be some place in this country that in this country that was going to get me into country music, it would have been Florida. Didn't have. I tried, man. I swear I tried. You know what? I'll say this: old country, and I'm talking old country. I'm talking Conway Twitty. All right, I do like some Conway Twitty songs now. That man sings like a fucking angel. I'm not even. I wish I was kidding. Conway Twitty can fucking sing his ass off. Who's another one? Maybe a couple Toby Keith songs. All right, if there was somebody I had to get in a bar fight with, like I say, I got into a bar fight and I needed one guy on my team, it'd be Toby Keith in his prime. No country for the wedge either. It's hard, man, when you're born and raised in the city like that. Ain't no country music going on. You'd have to, your musical taste you'd have to venture out on your own and then keep it quiet. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody about it. But it rarely would happen. Frankie Lane for me. Frankie Lane. I'm unfamiliar with Frankie Lane. Who knows Frankie Lane? Smoky Mountain Rain is my jam. Let me see. How you doing, Wedge? You doing all right? You logging in really late. What are you doing up so late? Smoky Mountain Rain by Ronnie Millsap. Featuring Dolly Parton. Oh, shit, Dolly Parton. Yeah, that's old school. Okay, 40s and 50s? Like Motown? I do love me some Motown now. I was raised on Motown. And like CCR and Steppenwolf and that classic rock shit mixed with a nice twist of Motown. My parents loved that shit. And then even as a kid, I was liking that. But then I got into like Metallica and NWA and Two Life Crew, and it just went off the rails from there. It was all bad for Ezra after that. Okay, look up Bowie Knife by Frankie Lane. Old country, like riders in the sky. Bowie Knife. Oh, hell. The song was released in spring of 1982. No. Why does that? Oh, I see Google always lying. One thing says it's spring of 1982 and the other one says 1961. Man, Google be bullshitting. Summer's coming, so Beach Boys will be getting played. Hell yeah. I'll post some music on Twitter that I like. I do anyways. Okay, yeah. Twitter, right? You're free to do that on Twitter. Twitter don't strike your channel or nothing like that. YouTube will strike your ass quick. But all right, boys. Appreciate y'all showing up so much. Thank you. Had a good show tonight, man. Really good talks. Hope y'all like the thumbnail. I thought of that one on the fly since Pam Bondi got fired. I'll send some shit over your way. Don't forget to check out Thorns Like Us whenever you're driving. Pop it on your Spotify if you do Spotify. If not, you can go to YouTube. You can find us on YouTube. It plays a playlist just like anything else. It's free. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much. What do we got tomorrow? I don't know if I have anything planned tomorrow. I might stream video games tomorrow on the 8-Bit God channel, but I don't know. Again, I'm trying to pace myself and not burn myself out. But if I bop on, you guys follow, so you probably get notifications. Oh, no. I'm doing it on 8-Bit God. I'm not streaming video games on the Book of Ezra anymore. I'll share it on Twitter. If anybody follows me on Twitter, they could follow me then. But anyways, Good night, boys. You guys have a good night. Get your rest. Have good days at work tomorrow. You guys, till next time. Peace out.